Welcome back, people. Carl's mowing here. We got a small job on today. It's a hedge, so I'll just jump in the van and head on down there, and I'll see you people there. Okay, here it is, here the hedge. We'll just have a bit of a look at it. It's about 7 to 8 feet tall. It's a bit overgrown, a bit scraggly. I've done this hedge before, and the owners have called me back, but they also said that there's a weed growing inside the hedge in one of the parts, and could I remove it? And I went, yeah, I'll have a look at that. So I'll go and get the hedge trimmer, and then I'll start. Okay, so this is up by the letterbox end, and this is where the owner said that there's a weed growing. And if you look in the video about this, around this part of the hedge, you will see that as I'm using the hedge trimmer, I'm cutting away. It's actually a weed. It's not any part of the hedge, and because that weed's been there for a while, that part of the hedge hasn't got any sunlight. So when I've cut this weed away, it exposes the hedge, which is all brown. And I know a few people out there are going to say, oops, you've cut it in too far, but it's not the case. Okay, so we'll continue on down slowly, trimming the hedge, and I think I'll get back to you. You can have a bit of a look. So I've finished the outside of the hedge for now, and I'll just jump up on top and start doing the top. In this scene here, you can see it's a bit overcast. It's pretty hard to set up the camera and look down the viewfinder to see if we've got enough light, but that's what it is. But further on, as I'm doing the top, I get a bit more light through the camera and it's a bit more clearer. The top doesn't take too long. This is what I'm saying. It's from a different angle, and it's a lot clearer on the video. I'll tell you how I take this. I actually just got the camera on a tripod, and I jam it into the hedge, and I'm leaning over trying to look down the camera viewer to see if I'm going to be getting myself picked up in the view. So it's a bit hit and miss, but I'm there by myself, so that's what I got to do. And I don't know if I've actually caught any of the footage of me doing the hedge until I get home, but that's okay. 9 times out of 10 it works. I'm on the inside now. This won't take too long. It's not as thick as the hedge on the outside because it's not getting as much sun, and that's what happens, you know. More sun, there's more growth, and that works for everything, you know, out in the garden, in the veggie patch, whatever. If it's got to fight for sun, well, not fight, but you know, it's restricted on the sunlight, you're not going to get as much growth. So I'll just continue on. So just a little bit more about what I do. As you see in previous videos, I do lawns and overgrown lawns, but I can't just do that kind of work, but also you don't always get those kind of jobs. So doing hedges is part of my business, lawns, weed spraying. You got to diversify a bit. Well, I do anyway, and I don't do too many hedges a year. I tend to try and keep away from them a little bit. I only do regular, if they're regular customers, and they're okay to do, but I fell off the ladder last year and I hurt myself, so I'm tending to keep away from them. So you see here, if you're looking at the hedge, how it's all brown. As I said earlier on, that had a weed growing all the way through it, and that's what happens. It gets the restricted sunlight, the hedge, and it just browns off. But you come back and, okay, it's start of winter now, but start of spring, you wouldn't even know it was that colour. The growth will be back, not a problem at all. It's a bit like when I do the kikuyu grass. People say, oh, you've cut it back too hard and, you know, you've killed it. But unless you work with kikuyu and you got a bit of an idea of what you're doing and way things grow, it's all good. Okay, so I'm just bagging up here. I'm nearly finished. I think I'll catch up with you people again at the before and after shots. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you there. So here you'll see I'm running the rake through the hedge, you know. So what I'm doing here is, I don't know if you want to call them stragglers or what happens in this kind of hedge. You know, it all grows in between each other, and it's hard to explain unless you know this hedge. So I just run the rake through, give it a rake out, and then I come along and I trim them off with the secateurs, because if you don't do this, if you don't do a rake out, well, you go away and a day or two later you come back and one or two of these things, stragglers, have popped out of the side, and it doesn't look very good at all. It looks very unprofessional actually. Okay, that's why I rake it out. Well, that's it people, hedge is done, gonna head off home. So everybody out there who's watching, thank you very much. If you enjoy this kind of content and these kind of videos, I know it's a bit different from doing a lawn, overgrown lawn, but this is the kind of work I do besides overgrown lawns and lawns. So maybe hit the like button, maybe subscribe, but that's all up to you people. And to all those new subscribers, you know, over the past couple of weeks, you know, much appreciated. I'll see all you people at the next one. Okay, see you there. Bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. The storms we chase are leading